The stadium lights glimmered like stars over Los Angeles. Confetti rained from the heavens, the crowd's roar turned into thunder, and in that very moment, the Dodgers became champions of the world once again. The 2025 World Series was over. The journey had ended in victory. But what followed, no one expected. Two Philadelphia legends, Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins, shared their heartfelt, emotional reaction to the Dodgers' incredible championship moment. Ryan Howard, the 2006 NL MVP and one of the most feared sluggers of his era, sat at the broadcast table with his longtime teammate and friend, Jimmy Rollins. Both men knew what it meant to fight through a season of grind, heartbreak, and redemption. As the Dodgers celebrated on the field, the camera turned to them, and what they said next left fans speechless. Rollins looked out toward the field, a faint smile mixed with nostalgia on his face. "You know, man, watching this, it just brings back everything," he said softly. "The grind, the pressure, the city that believes in you. It's not just about winning, it's about surviving." Howard nodded, his eyes locked on the sea of blue celebrating before him. "You could see it in their faces," he said. "This wasn't just a win. This was destiny. You feel that as a ballplayer. You know when a team's built for that moment." For both men, this championship was more than another ring for baseball's most storied franchise. It was a reflection of their own past, their own battles. The Dodgers had fought through injuries, criticism, and expectation. Shohei Ohtani's brilliance, Yoshinobu Yamamoto's fire, Freddie Freeman's leadership, all came together in perfect harmony at the perfect time. Jimmy Rollins, who once wore Dodger blue himself in 2015, couldn't help but feel emotional. "That city, those fans," he said, shaking his head. "They've been waiting for this feeling again. You can't fake that passion. You can't fake that energy. When you win in LA, you win for millions." Ryan Howard leaned in. "And you think about the pressure those guys had, after everything. The headlines, the expectations, to go all the way. That takes heart, man. That takes belief." As the Dodgers celebrated on the field, the broadcast cut to clips of Ohtani hugging Yamamoto, tears in his eyes. Freeman lifted his hands toward the crowd, and Mookie Betts embraced his teammates with a smile that told a story of redemption. Howard's voice cracked slightly as he continued. "I've been there, man. I know what it feels like. That mix of exhaustion and joy. When you realize you've reached the top of the mountain after everyone counted you out. That's baseball at its purest." Rollins added, "That's legacy, right there. This team just wrote theirs in bold letters." The two former MVPs began breaking down the key moments that defined the Dodgers' title run, the clutch hits, the defensive magic, the pitching dominance. Rollins replayed the highlight of Yamamoto's final outing. "Look at that," he said. "Bottom of the eighth, bases loaded, pressure through the roof, and he just paints the corner at 98. That's ice in his veins. That's the kind of guy you dream of having in your rotation." Howard smiled. "He's special, man. And Ohtani, what can you say? The dude is rewriting what we thought was possible in this game. Hitting bombs, stealing bases, and then standing there with that calm, humble energy after winning it all. That's a superstar who understands the moment." Their conversation turned personal. Rollins leaned back, eyes still on the screen. "When you're young, you think it's all about the stats, the awards. But when you've been through the wars, it's moments like this you remember. The brotherhood, the belief, the fight to get there." Howard nodded. "That's the truth. These Dodgers, they're a family. You can tell. That chemistry, that's what makes champions." He paused, and for a moment, the crowd noise filled the silence between them. It wasn't just analysis anymore. It was reflection, the kind that comes from men who've lived it. Then came the scene that broke the internet. Rollins took off his headset, looked straight into the camera, and said, "To every kid watching this right now, this is what it looks like when you don't give up." The Dodgers didn't just win because they were talented. They won because they believed, when everyone else doubted. Howard smiled. "That's the message. You fall, you rise, you fight again. Champions aren't made when the lights are bright. They're made in the dark, when nobody's watching." Fans online exploded with emotion. Comments flooded social media. Ryan Howard speaking from the heart, goosebumps. Jimmy Rollins nearly made me cry. What a moment. True baseball legends showing what the game's about. Even Dodgers players reposted the clip, adding heart emojis and thank you messages. Ohtani himself reportedly smiled when he saw it in the locker room, saying, "They understand." The broadcast continued, but the moment between Howard and Rollins lingered like an echo. The crowd's chants of, "Let's go Dodgers," faded into a timeless roar, the sound of history being made. Rollins ended with a final thought: baseball has this way of bringing generations together. You see the old guard, the new stars, the fans, the families, all connected through one beautiful game. That's what tonight is about. That's why we love it. Howard added, "You can't script this, man. You can't write it better. This, right here, is what every player dreams of. Dash dash dash." As the cameras faded to black, the world had just witnessed not only a championship, but a moment of pure humanity. Two legends of the game, reflecting on what it truly means to win, to lose, to believe, and to fight, not just for yourself, but for the team beside you. The Dodgers had their title. Baseball had its story. And through Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins, fans around the world remembered exactly why this sport still touches hearts like no other. Dash dash dash. Ending, slow music, emotional montage plays of Dodgers lifting the trophy. The fireworks lit up the Los Angeles sky. Tears, cheers, and dreams, all in one unforgettable night. This wasn't just another championship. It was the championship. A story that will echo for generations. Dash dash dash. Outro, narrator voice. If you felt that energy, that fire, that passion, you know what this game means. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, 2025 World Series champions. And thank you, Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins, for reminding us all why baseball will always be the greatest game on earth.